Hello kids! How are you today? I hope you're doing fine and feel excited with our lesson. I am Teacher Fe, your grade 6 English buddy for today. But before we will start our lesson, let me check if you have the following materials. Do you have with you your notebook? How about your pen and your English module? This instructional video is for English 6 Quarter 2, Module 1, Week 1. Based on the learning competency, distinguish various types of informational or factual text. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to define informational texts and identify the different types of informational text. Let us read this sentence. Reading with comprehension is an important tool in achieving academic excellence. Do you agree with this? Exactly. Now, I have here a selection entitled Grasshopper. The chirp of the grasshopper is one of the best-known sounds of summer. The sound is made by male grasshoppers rubbing their hind legs against their wings. Grasshoppers can be found in grassy places all over the world, especially in warmer countries. There are over 9,000 species, and not all of them are able to fly. Let me check your comprehension. What is the selection all about? It is all about the grasshopper. How many species of grasshopper are there? There are over 9,000 species. In your notebook, kindly write what have you learned from the selection. At this time, let us define first what is informational text. It is a text with the primary purpose of expressing information about the arts, sciences, or social studies. This text ranges from newspaper and magazine articles to digital information to non-fiction trade books to textbooks and reference materials. There are specifically 5 types of informational text. The first type is the literary nonfiction. It includes shorter texts such as personal essays, speeches, opinion pieces, essays about art or literature, biographies, memoir journalism, and historical, scientific, technical, or economic accounts, including digital sources written for a broad audience. Autobiographies, biographies, and other narrative nonfiction, informational picture books, and informational poetry often fits into this category. Number 2, narrative informational text. It is a text typically communicates accurate information and has a well-defined beginning, middle, and end. Example of a narrative text: A countryman and a snake. A countryman's son stepped on a snake's tail accidentally. The tail suddenly turned and hit him, so he died. The father was very angry, so he cut off part of the snake's tail. Then, the snake, in revenge, stung several of the farmer's cattle. It caused him great loss. However, the farmer decided to stop the fight with the snake. He brought food and honey to the mouth of its lair and said to it, "Let's forget and forgive. Perhaps you were right to punish my son and take revenge on my cattle. But surely I was right in trying to revenge him. Now that we are both satisfied, why should not be friends again? No, no, said the snake. Take away your gifts. You can never forget the death of your son, nor I lost my tail. Injuries may be forgiven, but not forgotten. The third type of informational text is the procedural text. It is a text which provides step-by-step guidelines that describe how to complete a task. Example, how to make fried rice. We have here the ingredients and the steps on how to make fried rice. The ingredients are 2 cloves of garlic, 2 onions cut into small pieces, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, a plate of rice, and some salt. First, pound garlic and 2 pinches of salt. Second, heat vegetable oil on a frying pan. Third, put the pounded garlic and salt. Add onions to the hot vegetable oil. Fry them a while. Fourth, put 1 plate of rice. Fry and mix them around 3 minutes. Fifth, add 2 pinches of salt. Continue frying until the rice is hot enough. Finally, put the fried rice on a plate. Serve with a sunny side up. The fourth type is the expository text. It is a text which utilizes various text structures such as description, cause and effect, comparison and contrast, problem and solution, question and answer, and temporal sequence. Example, this invention brings forth a new era that permits the user to drive in a complete luxury without the need to focus on the manual control of the automobile. By implementing driverless cars, we can finally control the roadways in a safe and efficient manner. This invention will result in some of the greatest societal growth in human history. The last type of informational text is the argument or persuasion text. It is a text that provides evidence with the intent of influencing the beliefs or actions of the target audience. This text typically includes claims, evidence, and warrants to explain how the evidence is linked to the claims. Writers of persuasion or argument also make appeals to the author's credibility, to the audience's needs, or to reason and evidence. Example of an argument text or persuasion text. Should children be allowed to stay in at break times? A group of children at Willow Tree School feels they should have the right to stay in at break times if they want to. There are some impracticalities regarding such a ridiculous idea, but the foolish children appear not to have considered them. Firstly, the children always have to be supervised, and if there were children inside and outside, this would not be possible. The budget for lunchtime stuff is already being stretched, and there is certainly not enough money to employ extra staff just to satisfy these selfish children. Some of the children are suggesting that teachers could supervise them if they choose to be indoors at playtime. Are the teachers not working hard enough already? Do they not deserve 15 minutes to reflect on the morning? Do they not need those 15 minutes to prepare for the afternoon? Asking the teachers to supervise the children is beyond their job description. Everybody knows that fresh air is needed to help the brain function at its best. In a recent study, Oxford University found that children's concentration tripled once they had been outside. If children could stay cooped up inside all day, their concentration would suffer. Of course, some people might say it's unfair to make children go outside on a cold day. However, it has been proven that colds and illness spread in warm conditions, so being outside is beneficial to their health. Plus, they get to run around and get some exercise while being outside. Children need to go outside at break times. They need fresh air and exercise for their health. Teachers need a break to prepare, reflect, and relax. However, the fundamental reason why children cannot stay in at break times is that there is just not enough money to provide supervision. Are the types of informative text the same? How are they different from each other? At this time, let us answer this exercise. Read and identify the following types of informational text. Choose the correct answer inside the box. Are you all ready? Number 1. Utilizes question and answer, problems and solution. The correct answer is expository text. Number 2. Provide step-by-step guidelines that describe how to complete a task. The correct answer is procedural text. Number 3. Includes biographies, memoir journalism, and historical, scientific, technical, or economic accounts. The correct answer is literary non-fiction text. Number 4. Includes claims, evidence, and warrants to explain how the evidence is linked to the claims. The correct answer is argument text. Number 5. This type of text occurs in the literature and emphasizes the importance of beginning, middle, and end. The correct answer is narrative text. Now, let us answer this another exercise. In the situations below, classify the text given whether it pertains to the type of informational text. Write NT for narrative text, PT for procedural text, ET for expository text, AT for argument text, and LT for literary non-fiction. Number 1. The entrepreneur at the store talks with compassion about what he sells. Number 2. The chef on the crew uses a cookbook when he cooks. Number 3. The police officer knocks on neighbor's house having with him a warrant of arrest. Number 4. Our teacher emphasizes that we should write with coherence and our write-ups should have a beginning, middle, and end. My mother likes to read the commentaries for she sees life as a journey. Are you done? Let us check your work. Number 1, the answer is AT. Number 2, PT. Number 3, ET. And number 4, NT. And number 5 is LT. Now, in your notebook, you are going to cut a short selection from old newspapers or magazines. Paste it in your notebook, then write what type of informational text it is. Now, for your assessment. Among the types of informational text, discuss what you like about it and what you do not like about it. You may write it in your paper. Okay, now let us examine your understanding about the topic. Connect column A and column B. Classify whether the type of informational text in column B signifies the example in column A. I will give you 2 minutes to answer the test. Okay, the answers are for number 1, letter B, number 2, letter C, number 3, D, number 4, E, number 5, A. Who got the correct answer? For your reflection, during your free time, write examples of different types of informative text so that soon you will be able to become efficient and effective readers and writers who can easily distinguish an informational text and its types. Good job, kids! This has been Teacher Fetty Barriga from Manga Central Elementary School, Matanao II District. Thank you!